When planning out a website or mobile application, it is very important to create a sitemap that can be used for both client and developers to see the flow of how the application will work. This simple chart helps to explain some of the different screens that Well Pet Humane will need in order for the application to be successful. There are many generic screens that most applications will have embedded in them because most applications will need a starting point for users or clients to access. This sitemap includes a starting point, which is the welcome/intro screen, which provides general information about what the application is for and what it can do. This screen can be passed on once the user and client has created an account and have signed in. This brings us to our second screen, which is the login screen. This screen allows clients to access the actual app while providing some security to personal information. From the login screen, there are a couple of different paths, including forgot password, sign in, and create account. Once the user client signs into the application, they will be directed to a home screen with menu options. The menu will include a user profile, location, directions, make an appointment, and settings. Expanding on some of the screens, we see that user profile will link into creating a profile, which could include general information about a user's pet and giving them the ability to add media such as photos. The location screen will provide users with information about locations that Well Pet Humane has and links into Google Maps to help provide up-to-date directions. The appointment screen links up to a detail screen where users can add information about the appointment they want to set and then send in the request to Well Pet Humane. The settings screen allows the user to turn on and off certain features as push notifications and other settings within this application. Fidelity. The ongoing of low fidelity route or the high fidelity route really depends on both the project size and the developer's preference. If the project was very large, I would consider creating more of a low fidelity project because it would take too much time and resources to create a functioning mockup, and if it isn't close enough to what the client wants, the agency or developer just wasted a whole bunch of time. I chose a high fidelity route for this project because currently at the agency I work at, most of our clients are small and have investors. Investors love to have something in their hand that they can touch and feel and play with. So by creating a fully functioning mock-up design of the application, clients are able to help convince investors into current money and future money knowing and seeing the application as it works. The platform that I chose to do my prototyping in is iOS. This is simply because I am a native iOS developer and have created many templates that hold a lot of key screens for wireframes. The final production will gear the application to both iOS and Android and will either be considered for native development or by creating one version and then applying an HTML5 wrapper to it, such as Cordova. This process, even though not ideal, does get the job done quickly, and the ability to cross-platform becomes easier if you do not have the time and resources to create the application natively. The wireframe consists of actual screenshots from Xcode, an Apple program for creating mobile applications, and it demonstrates some of the key view controllers to be used when creating Well Pet Humane's mobile application. We start off with the intro or welcome screen that is connected to a logon page. From the logon page, the user has the option to log in, forget password, and register a new user. If the user already has created an account, they simply need to log in with their username and password, which will bring them to the landing page. From the landing page, a user can select a menu and either find directions to a location, make an appointment, customize their profile, or access their settings. This is a closer view of the wireframe showing the connections between view controllers. It is important to create navigation controllers to help users go back and forth throughout the application. This wireframe helps to show how some of the view controllers link to settings, find locations, and make appointments. This method helps the client to understand the flow of the application, and actually will be a prototype shell that can be downloaded onto their smart devices for testing and for allowing investors to see what all their money is going into. This will help them to provide a functioning model